Hi, I'm Trooper Smacka.
Hi, I'm Trooper Wellman,
Please stay tuned for a behind-the-scenes look at being a state trooper.
and together we can make a difference.
Major, we're here at a special event. Please tell us why we're here today.
We're here a couple of promotions. Obviously, we like to recognize when we have the ability to rise good people up in the organization. So there'll be the major. I've been the major for 6 months now. We're doing my promotion, Captain Ivan Pittman, and then we're going to recognize people for longevity. So one of the things that we need to focus on, especially when we're losing people, is we need to kind of highlight those people that have been here for 10 years, for 15 years. It's important to, every quarter we try, because we get so busy and it's so hard to take the time to recognize people for the great work that they do. This is the first of our quarterly awards where we're gonna set the calendar, and we're going to make sure that we recognize the great work that's done by the people in this building.
Kevin was promoted to captain within the Nevada Highway Patrol Southern Command in December of 2019. In his time as captain, he was responsible for the administrative functions of Southern Command, as well as the commercial enforcement section and rural operations. Major Honey holds a master's degree in performance improvement and attended the Northwestern University School of Police Staff and Command, Class 330, where he earned the prestigious Franklin M. Krimmel Leadership Award. Additionally, he is a proud graduate of the FBI National Academy, Sessions 277. Please join me in congratulating Major Kevin Honey on his promotion 6 months later.
We're here for the promotion of to captain of Ivan Pittman. We're joined today by his wife, Laura, his kids, Joss, Carter, and Scarlett, the head bumper. His mom and dad, Jerry and Snow Pittman. Thank you for coming. How many years did you do with PNP? 15 years PNP. And his father-in-law, where's he hiding? Kevin Marchant? There he is. Thank you for coming. And Uncle Mike, too. Uncle Mike? Where's Uncle Mike? Welcome. Thank you. So, see how this was provided for me to read as kind of a bio? I have the ability right now to wing Ivan's because he's got 3 kids at home and was very, very busy. So we're fortunate to get Ivan back. Ivan, the leadership tools and the stuff that he brings from a career which was started at PNP, came to the Highway Patrol for a while. He was on my squad when I was a sergeant, and I got to see how he works firsthand and what he brought to the table and how he sees things a little bit differently than I do, which is a huge plus. Promoted to sergeant here down in Laughlin for 2 weeks.
366 days.
And then came back up to Las Vegas. He promoted to lieutenant over at Parole and Probation. Shub, Don, Dion, guys, Brady, Kevin, thanks for bringing him back in one piece. But it was obvious in the interviews and in discussions with Ivan, just the leadership and the managerial skills that he learned in your building, and that's what's going to benefit him here. He comes with a knowledge base that's different than mine. Also fortunate to be joined by Shelly Correa, who cut her teeth over there. So we've got a really good, well-rounded command staff here now, and Ivan is very much part of that. In his time with the Department of Public Safety, Ivan has been the DT coordinator, the PSTO. Those of you that don't know in the room, every trainee that comes through here is assigned a PTSO to show them how to do the job, and Ivan had the very, very hectic job of juggling and scheduling all of those PSTOs. So he's got a fingerprint on just about everybody in this building. He also was a MACTAC instructor, a firearms instructor. He wanted me to mention, those of you that have never met Ivan before, he's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It's hard to do.
How many people, show of hands, has he said, hey, do you want to roll with me in the hallway? Okay. So Billy debunks my Captain Billy West back there. He debunks my theory. I thought he was just picking on us guys that he knew he could beat, and he also wanted me to note that he has run several marathons.
Half marathon. If we put them together, it's one big one.
7 half marathons. You've run 3.5 marathons. And he says that it's important to note that he's always come in first place in his height class. So, if I could call forward Laura real quick, we're going to... Understanding that you don't get to this rank, you don't get to a successful career of 15 plus years without the incredible dedication and the support at home. And I know that for Ivan, you guys have always been, he talks ad nauseum about how, but he talks so highly of you, and I know that the support that he gets from you and from the entire family has allowed him to succeed at every rank that he's been. So on behalf of the men and women of the Department of Public Safety, thank you for your... Okay, if I could also get the kids up, we're going to do some pinning stuff.
Good. So anyways, about this brown belt in jiu-jitsu. It's like a time and grade brown belt. Like you just keep going. So I am very excited to be back. What the men and women do at the Nevada Highway Patrol is save people's lives, right? And my role is not to make things about me, right? It's to serve the people out there doing the work. So moving forward, I want to make sure that every decision I make, everything I do is enhancing that mission, right? I could not be prouder to be a part of this organization and to be a part of an organization that saves lives, right? We can think about times that we've lost someone due to alcohol-involved driving, right? Like it's affected my family, and to work in service of preventing that is about, I don't know, the best thing I can think of to do to devote my life to, right? And all I can say is I'm here to serve the people doing the work. I hope that I have been thus far. And if I'm not, if anyone feels like I'm not and they have ideas, come talk to me. Right, Mike? Anything that I can do to make this place better, to make your guys' lives easier, to make your jobs easier, and to make you feel seen and appreciated, that's what I want to do. So thank you for the opportunity to be here and serve in that role. And then there's a triathlon. You left out triathlon. There's one April 29th. You guys could just do a sprint with me. That would be super cool. Like it's not even a big deal.
Lieutenant Ivan Pittman, identification number Paul 3183, is promoted to the rank of captain and will transfer from PNP Southern Command to Nevada Highway Patrol Duty Station Las Vegas Southern Command. On Monday, October 31st, 2022 at 0800 hours, Captain Pittman will report to the chief or his designee for a specific duty assignment. Captain Pittman's identification number will be Henry 2671.
I don't know if I can zoom out enough. Yeah, do one of these? Yeah. Do you want my arm around?
No. I am. So now that we've done all the formality stuff, we're going to get to the heartwarming stuff. There's a lot of people in this building that are going to get some form of recognition today, and it matters. We get so caught up in the day-to-day, and tomorrow brings another set of crises that we don't. We need to take the time to slow down and to recognize some of these awards and these achievements and these milestones that you're going to hear today. So, first, the first recognition award that we would like to present today, and this is long overdue. It's an event that happened just about a year ago. So we've tried to do this a couple of times, and each time this recipient was conveniently on vacation. And he told me today that had he known that we were going to do this today, he would have put in for vacation too. So, but I don't mean to make light over it, because of all the things that we do, this is probably the most meaningful to me, and that's why I made sure that we didn't let this just kind of sweep under the carpet and another day's work pass without recognition. So if I could get Trooper Charles Abernathy to join me up here. And I'll do all the talking, but Gene Dahlberg, did you make it in? Sweetie, could I get you up here? So, before I get into the description of the award, Trooper Abernathy is joined by, where are we at in the back there? His lovely wife, Christina, his mother-in-law, Maria, welcome, his sister-in-law, Stephanie, and his partner in this wonderful series of events, his brother-in-law, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department officer, Brandon Alvarado. So let me get the... I'll read it out loud, and I am definitely not going to make eye contact. The Certificate of Commendation, the Department of Public Safety. This is to certify that the Director of the Department of Public Safety and the Colonel of the Nevada Highway Patrol has awarded the life-saving ribbon to Trooper Charles Abernathy. On March 19th, 2022, at approximately 1200 hours, while off-duty, Trooper Abernathy performed CPR on an unresponsive individual. Trooper Abernathy continued life-saving CPR until medical personnel arrived. The actions of Trooper Abernathy on this day saved a life. Signed, Director of the Department of Public Safety, George Tagliati, and Patrick J. Conway, the Colonel of the Nevada Highway Patrol. To try to pin this medal on you. Oh, come on up, Christina. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe to explain, this is the lovely lady who saved
Oh,
my life. 1 year ago.
Simmer down. So, did you get your pictures of this? Okay, so a little bit of the backstory. No, go ahead, that's you. People started waving over. There's somebody in distress, somebody needs help. And Chuck and Brandon just leaned on their training, knew that somebody needed help, and they were able to provide life-saving CPR on this individual until the ambulance crew arrived and was able to save a life. And obviously, I'm not making eye contact. The reason that Miss Jean Dahlberg is up here is because she's that life that was saved. So, so we've had the opportunity to go to some Red Cross awards and all that stuff, and Jean has always reached out to me and said, when we're able to make this schedule work, I would like to be there. So I called her, I found out pretty late. I think I called her on Friday, and she goes, you know what, whatever it's gonna take. I know that she's got grandkids that she's supposed to be babysitting right now, but it was important for her. Okay, welcome, guys, welcome. It does my heart good, and Chuck, I am so absolutely proud of you for, this isn't Chuck's very, very good at what he does. And standing in front of you is probably, if you could chisel a state trooper out of granite and say, this is kind of what I want. He's an unassuming, if you could chisel it out of something not as firm as granite, he comes to work every single day. He understands the job at hand, and he does it without question and without, he's got to be so uncomfortable right now getting the recognition that he is. As a matter of fact, yes. So, Chuck and Brandon, because of you guys, a woman got another year with her grandkids and another year with her family, and I don't, and in all of the talk and all, it matters, and what we do matters, and what you do matters, and I'm very, very proud of you, brother.
Statistics are that 7% of the people that have cardiac arrests don't, only 7% make it out of the hospital. So without Charles and Brandon, I would not be standing here, so thank you.
Where we're going to start going into the our 2022 agency awards. So at this point, I would like to call forward Lieutenant Chris Dreyer to present the Trooper of the Year award.
I'm going to read a little bit of what was written for me, and then I'm going to go off script because even though I'm not the lieutenant colonel or the major, I've been here for 25 years, so I felt like I've earned that. So a little bit about this award. This year's Trooper of the Year is true embodiment of the values that we hold dear in our organization. They consistently demonstrate an exceptional attitude, going above and beyond in their duties, and showing unwavering dedication to serving and protecting our community. This year's officer's exceptional work ethic, tenacity, and attention to detail have been an inspiration to his colleagues, motivating and encouraging them to strive for excellence. They have consistently shown a willingness to go the extra mile and take on challenging tasks with a positive and can-do attitude. Trooper of the Year is someone who consistently sets an example for others to follow, embodying the values of the organization and inspiring the colleagues to be their best selves. And then this one I'm going off. And I'm going to Tom Jackson for those that are around. I'm going to come to the side. So I had the honor of, first of all, I'm the lieutenant over the tourism corridor, which is a weird term, but basically it's Primm, it's Boulder City, it's Laughlin, and my guys that didn't show up on the motors. But I had the honor of watching this trooper. I've actually had the honor of watching him grow. When he started out as a trooper, he was in the training unit, and I was over the training unit at the time. And he's just a really dedicated, hardworking employee. And I could go into his stats and talk about how many stops he makes and how many traffic tickets he did, but it's about him setting standards for himself with really no comparison to other people. He kind of sets them on his own, not comparing himself to any other troopers out on the road, and those standards are so high, and he strives to meet those standards on a daily basis. And like I said, stats mean one thing, but it's just an incredible amount of work he does on a day-to-day basis. And historically, we give awards to troopers that do something outstanding. Mr. Abernathy, who works for me too, that was great. For 2022, the Trooper of the Year just goes out and does an awesome job on a daily basis, keeping the people in Nevada safe. Not only does he do trooper work writing tickets and handling people that, break down on the side of the road. He also is a commercial enforcement guy out there, so he spends part of his time doing enforcement on large vehicles and doing the weighing those and issuing citations to commercial vehicle drivers as well. So he just does everything, and it's really, to look at him and see how far he's come as a trooper in a pretty short period of time, really, is just really impressive. It's really impressive, and again, like I said, I've been around for 25 years, and it really is a great honor to give this year's 2022 Trooper of the Year award to Travis Perkins.
Let us know who's joining you, we'll hand it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
My wife, my mother-in-law, both my daughters and their boyfriends. Tina, Julie, Tori, Jonathan, Teresa, and Dakota.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah, I would acknowledge you first. You didn't tell me he was here. So, in the back.
To kind of put it into perspective, like Chris was saying, he's got a divided role. He is a commercial enforcement officer where he meets those federal numbers and the high demands that we put on our commercial officers. But on the flip side, he's probably, if you just took that away, he's probably one of the top 3 most active state troopers that we have out there, and day in and day out, just pulling people over, making a difference. So when you combine the two, he's basically exceeding in 2 full-time jobs here on 1 single shift every day. We can't, I can't tell you how much I admire the work that you do. And I've known Travis since he worked in the garage, and he was the same dude working in the garage. That work ethic is kind of, has served you well on the road, buddy. I appreciate you. This Trooper of the Year award presented to Trooper Travis Perkins, Southern Command, in recognition of your exceptional service to the citizens of the state of Nevada and your outstanding contribution to the Department of Public Safety and the Highway Patrol. George Tagliati, Director, Department of Public Safety, and Colonel Patrick J. Conway, Nevada Highway Patrol.
I wasn't expecting this at all. Thank you. My family is probably one of my biggest supporters. I'm not good with, I don't know, awards or standing up in front of people. So, but I would like to say thanks to everybody, command staff, everybody who's supported me throughout my 15 plus years in 3 different departments. So, thank you.
And just a word of advice, any of you traveling to and from between here and Laughlin, when you get to Searchlight, 35 means 35. 25 means 25. So to present the next award, which is our Supervisor of the Year, I would like to call forward Captain Anthony Munoz.
Good afternoon. This year's Supervisor of the Year has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to service and has inspired their team to deliver excellence in every aspect of their work. They have shown exceptional leadership skills, taking responsibility for their actions, and ensuring that their team operates with the highest standards of professionalism. Their dedication and commitment to the well-being of our community and the success of our organization are an inspiration to us all. They have shown us that true leadership is not about individual accomplishments, but about fostering a culture of collaboration, teamwork, and excellence. I am proud to announce that this year's Supervisor of the Year, Sergeant Brandon Crawford. Please join me in congratulating Sergeant Crawford for his exceptional leadership, to commitment, and service. They are a shining example of what we can achieve when we work together to strive for excellence. Brandon, please come up and we'll talk some more. So I'm very humbled and honored to present this to Sergeant Crawford. When I came back from parole and probation and I realized I was going to be over interdiction, there was only one supervisor that I was gonna have on the team. And it was a no-brainer. And Brandon said, I don't know, I've never worked dope before. And I told him, you're probably, if not the best cop rolling around here. He spent many years working on the Viper Auto Theft Task Force. You're just taking cars and now it's dope. And he has absolutely excelled, and I could not be more proud of him. Let me go over some of the team's accomplishments, and Josh and Lionel are in the back. In 2022, the interdiction team seized 28 pounds of heroin, 422 pounds of methamphetamine, 155 pounds of fentanyl, 2,199 pounds of marijuana, and 12 firearms. There are undoubtedly lives saved because of the leadership of Sergeant Crawford. We have kind of a saying in law enforcement, and I think it's one of the highest honors you can give someone, and I truly mean this. If my family was ever in trouble, or if I was in a fight for my life, I pray I hear 4206, I'm en route. There was nobody that I trust more to handle something than Brandon. His investigative skills came to fruition on April 12, 2022. There was a 9-year-old girl that was shot at the Victorville Mall in California. Information was passed on from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. Through advanced investigative techniques, we were able to locate the car and get it stopped. Brandon immediately coordinated with Metro Homicide and San Bernardino Homicide, ensured that the vehicle was froze, evidence was held intact, and we were able to get the appropriate search warrants. The following day, San Bernardino responded. Search warrants were approved, and they got the gun that was used in the shooting out of the car. That doesn't happen without the knowledge and leadership of Sergeant Crawford. Brandon coordinated 2 large-scale events in 2022. These events included Las Vegas Metro Police Department, Homeland Security Investigations, the DEA, Bureau of Indian Affairs, Henderson PD, Utah Highway Patrol, and the California Highway Patrol. These were week-long events that Brandon headed up and did all the coordinating for. During those 2 operations, a total of $11 million worth of narcotics were seized by all units. That's on you. Brandon is the most humble guy and doesn't like the limelight, that's why I had him come up here, that you will ever see. There was no way this team could be more successful. He came into this kind of blind with narcotic detection dogs, and he has become, I would call him an expert at this point. He has taken it upon himself to attend classes and become an expert. He even reached out to Texas Tech University Crime Lab to have them analyze our narcotics, which is a huge deal in the narcotics world because that's where we'll get beat in court, is our training aids. So he had the forethought and open-mindedness and outside the box to do that. Brandon, interdiction has always been a huge part of my career and my heart. I took the team over from Sergeant Prosser, who gave me a well-oiled machine. I couldn't have asked for a better team. I did what I could with it, and Brandon, you have taken it to levels that are unmatched, and you guys were rewarded for that this year at the National Interdiction Conference. So from the bottom of my heart, it is an honor to give you this award. I will roll with you any day of the week, my brother. I love you.
So the certificate says, in recognition of your exceptional service to the citizens of the state of Nevada and your outstanding contribution to the Department of Public Safety and the Nevada Highway Patrol, Sergeant Brandon Crawford, Southern Command's Supervisor of the Year. Signed, George Tagliati, and Colonel of the Highway Patrol, Patrick J. Conley.
Well, here we go. Those that know me know that I probably didn't get this award for my public speaking skills, so bear with me. But first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that's in the room. I know it means a lot to those that are giving awards, have received awards. Unfortunately, my kiddos, I made them go to school. So, and if my oldest daughter would tell me that she's probably happy because she would rather be with her friends anyway. So, no, there's a lot of people in this room that are mentors and that I look up to, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate their friendship and their time that they've showed me and helped me grow in this profession. I came to this profession very young, probably immature, some would say. And I looked at a lot of people that are in this room, and I appreciate their ways of helping me grow and continue on with my career. like you said, I've been gifted with with a lot of chances and a lot of places to go and make a difference in our community, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the trust from our department. And first and foremost, I also want to thank the guys that are in the back of the room with Josh and Lionel are back there. The work that they do every single day to keep the drugs and guns and all the criminal elements out of our community. If it wasn't for them, I'm not standing here today. And it means a lot to me, the work that they have to do, or the work that they do every single day, and the seriousness that they take upon that. So without them, I'm not even close to being up here tonight, and I appreciate the team. We just went to Dallas, as they mentioned, last week and got an award, and I was basically pushed by Captain Munoz to go because I didn't want to go. I would much rather stay at home with my family and been around them, but the chance to bond and be around those guys, because I felt like that they did all the work and I didn't do anything. They did all the cases, they did all the stops. I was just there to do the paperwork. But the chance to go there and see that opportunity and to be around those guys and bond a little bit more, I appreciate that, and I appreciate their time. So thank you for all coming, and thank you.
Our supervisor, or our yearly awards, if those of you that have toured the building, in the hallway that leads into the, out towards the back, towards the command offices, there are plaques that, so each one of these people will be another etching on that perpetual plaque. So it's kind of it's a good thing, and it's an award that continues to give back as people walk back through there. So for an award that's very near and dear to the hearts of everybody in this room, I would like to call forward Captain Shelley Correo to present the Civilian of the Year Award.
Hi, it's a full house. I'm not good at public speaking. It is with great honor that I get to present the Karen Hill Award. I'm new to NHP. I transferred over here 5 months ago after 22 years at parole and probation. So it was really exciting that they allowed me to do the Karen Hill Award, because the individual that's getting this award has really helped me along with my transfer, with my training, and to make sure that I have everything up to date and current on the other side of the house. So I'm very grateful. The Karen Hill Award, civilian employees are the backbone of our organization, and we could not accomplish our mission without them. They provide essential support and services that enable our officers to do their job effectively. From dispatchers to administrative assistants, our civilians play a crucial role in keeping our agency running smoothly and efficiently. That is why it is my pleasure to introduce the 2022 winner of the Karen Hill Award, which recognizes outstanding performance and dedication by a non-sworn employee. This award is named after the late Karen Hill, a former civilian employee who had the highest standards of professionalism, service, dedication to our agency. The recipient of the Karen Hill Award has demonstrated exceptional dedication, professionalism, and commitment to our mission. They have gone above and beyond their duties, providing invaluable support to our sworn officers and ensuring that our agency operates with the highest standards of professionalism. I am honored to have such dedicated and talented non-sworn staff at our organization, and this award is the testament of their essential contributions. It is my pleasure to announce that this year's Karen Hill Award goes to Sarah Toms. With Sarah is her husband Stephen and her sons Colton and Hunter, so thank you guys for coming. The role of the training coordinator is critical to the success of our operations. Sarah's professionalism and dedication has helped us meet our mission year after year. She has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to ensure that our officers receive the training and support they need to perform their duties with the highest level of professionalism and skills, and me not to be deficient, so thank you. Through your dedication and hard work, she has played a significant role in the success of our agency, ensuring that our officers are equipped and have knowledge and the skills necessary to perform their duties safely and effectively. We are incredibly fortunate to have Sarah as part of our team, and we are all proud of her work alongside with the dedicated and talented individual. Again, please join me in congratulating Sarah.
So, I'm not going to make eye contact, and you know what. last year's Civilian of the Year award, we kind of bestowed upon, that name will always be for 2021, Karen Hill. She's somebody that was very important to everybody in this building and kind of set the standard for all of us. She was quick with a smile, she was very quick with a laugh, and she was very, very good at what she did. She was a friend to everybody in this building, but maybe none more so than Sarah. So I think it's incredibly fitting that the first recipient of the Karen Hill Civilian of the Year Award is Sarah Tom. So we lost Karen very early in the pandemic, and we've kind of been reeling ever since. So talk about leaving a hole in an agency, and it's an honor to be able to recognize her every year. We changed the name of that award last year, and it will forever be the Karen Hill Award for Excellence. So this year's recipient, Administrative Assistant 3, Sarah Toms of Southern Command, in recognition of your exceptional service to the citizens of the state of Nevada and your outstanding contributions to the Department of Public Safety and the Nevada Highway Patrol. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Karen was my person and always will be. If anyone ever comes to my office, you'll see a picture of her. I've got her nameplate, and it's somebody that I talk to every day. And I am deeply honored to follow in her footsteps. I want to thank my husband and my sons that are here. My oldest is not able to be here, but I wouldn't have been able to do this without all of you, all of your questions and your emails and your requests and your how-tos. And 20 plus years with DPS does that to you. You got a lot of info, and maybe it might not be your job, but you kind of figure out the answer. And if I don't know it, then I'll get a hold of somebody that does. This means more to me than anything, just because of who it represents and what that person meant to me. And every time I go down the hall, I always touch her name because she's always there. So thank you, appreciate it. I'm gonna sit down now.
All right, so congratulations to Travis, to Brandon, Sarah. Guys, the three of you really set the bar, and I'm honored to work with each and every one of you. So if I could call, we're going to give out a community engagement award. If I could call Trooper Ashley Wellman up. We have, as you guys know, we have so many community partners that help us in sharing that traffic safety message on a daily basis, and we like to honor them and to recognize that as frequently as we can. So I'll let Trooper Wellman describe everything done by the next one. I think you had a...
Yeah. Let me collect myself real quick, Sarah. Goodness. Hello, my name is Ashley Wellman. For those that don't know me, I have the privilege to be the Public Information Officer here at Southern Command. And with this position, I have the opportunity to work with some amazing community partners. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think I could do this position by myself, honestly. They make it just 10 times better. I've also been given the opportunity to highlight some of these community members at our award ceremonies, such as today. Today's recipient that we would like to recognize is Sammy Valley or AKA, some of you know her as Vital Shots. Sammy came into our life during a time when we were experiencing a lot of loss. So to follow suit, probably the last 3-4 years, our agency has been dealing with a lot of loss, from Karen to Jenkins to Lazoff to Micah to Cliff to Janelle. It just unfortunately keeps going. I have a saying that there's beauty in tragedy if you just look for it. And Sammy really helped me find a lot of the beauty in those tragedies and helped us get through these hard times. She started her career actually as a first responder too. She was an EMT for Medic West, And she found that her true passion and love was through photography. And through her photos, she just has the gift and ability to really capture emotion. And I found myself struggling to put into words exactly what her artistry and the gift she has and what she's done. So I put together a little video to show everyone some of the work she's done in the last few years for us. Sammy is really just has such a gift and has combined the first responder community with her passion of photography. And if you don't follow her on Vital Shots, you should, because her work is tremendous. And she's really captured a lot of us as first responders and what we do. And I can't thank you enough for all the work you've done for us. So come on up to Sammy. This is presented on behalf of the department. All of us want to thank you for all of your time and everything you've done for us. And today's her birthday as well.
My photos are not going to be as good as yours.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so thank you to the community partners. My dude. So at this time, I'd like to call Captain Ivan Pittman forward, and we're going to go through some longevity awards.
First of all, before I get into this, just thank you for everyone who's here. Thank you for everyone who's gonna go work the road after this, and everyone's gonna work tomorrow and the day after. You guys matter, and it makes a difference. So funny thing about cops, like pretty much anyone who would get an award or be recognized for longevity is in the back of the room already standing. So normally we'd say, please stand, but if they're here, they're already standing. So for 15 years of service, so I'm doing the recognition for years of service. For 15 years of service, we have Sergeant Brian Drone, Trooper James LaRose, Trooper Joseph Albano, and CVSI Mike Wade. So then we clap after each one. There you go. For 10 years, we have Trooper Mike Abate, Trooper Jeffrey Freeman, Trooper Don Sanders, Trooper Dustin Dunbar, Trooper Jose Campos, Trooper Adam Welsh, Trooper Scott Williams, Trooper Jared Trisello, Trooper Jesse Winder, Trooper Tyler Tomasek. Well, you're up front, you can stand. Trooper Mark Wilner, Trooper Brandon Bull, Trooper Steve Quinn, Trooper Josh Auer, Corporal Dragon Zavulovich, Trooper Darren May, and Trooper Gary DeHalos. So let's hear it for our 10 years. Last but not least, our 5 years, Trooper Cello Estrada, Trooper Eric Caballero, Trooper William Jacobs, Trooper Lloyd Faulkner, Trooper Noah Villa, Trooper Christos Petronas, Trooper Kevin Provost, AA2 William Cortade, AA2 Michelle Sparks, I think that's right. AA2 Bianca Rainford. And the last one. This is a hard job, and everyone on that list has shown dedication for a really long time. So thank you for everyone who's made it here today. Thank you everyone who supported someone here today. And if the director or colonel don't have anything else to add, we will close out today's. Going once, going twice? All right. Thank you for coming. Be safe. Love each other. Thank you very much.